Ever felt overwhelmed by the conflicting information out there about house hacking? You're not alone. Today, we're slicing through the noise to debunk the top 5 house hacking myths that might be holding you back. Misinformation can cost you time, money, and opportunities, but don't worry, you're about to get the real scoop. And hey, if you want to stay ahead in the house hacking game, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Also, check out the links in the description below for exclusive access to financial courses, investing tools, and free guides that will supercharge your journey. Stick around until the end for the most critical myth that you definitely need to know about. Before we dive deeper into debunking myths, let's take a step back. You might be wondering, what exactly is house hacking? Let's clear that up. House hacking is a real estate strategy where you buy a property, live in part of it, and rent out the rest. This can be a duplex, triplex, a single-family home with a rentable basement, or even renting out extra bedrooms. The goal? To reduce or even eliminate your living expenses while building equity in a property. Let me give you an example. Take the case of Alex and Jamie, a young couple in their late 20s. They purchased a triplex, living in one unit and renting out the other two. Their rent from the 2 units covered their entire mortgage and some utilities. Essentially, they were living for free, saving money, and gaining equity in a property they owned. Now, why is house hacking becoming a go-to move for many young individuals? First, it's an ingenious way to get onto the property ladder. With rising property prices, saving for a traditional home can be daunting. House hacking offers a more accessible entry point. Second, it addresses the challenge of high living costs. By offsetting expenses through rental income, young people find financial breathing space. And finally, it's an education in real estate investment. House hacking serves as a practical, hands-on experience in managing property and tenants, setting the stage for more significant investments in the future. So now that you've got a handle on what house hacking is and why it's catching on like wildfire, especially among the younger crowd, let's get back to those myths that need busting. Myth number 5, house hacking is only for experienced investors. Have you ever thought, I'm not cut out for this when it comes to house hacking? Let's bust that myth right now. House hacking isn't just for the pros. In fact, many successful house hackers started with zero experience. Take Sarah, for example, who bought her first duplex with limited knowledge but loads of determination. She lived in one unit and rented out the other, covering her mortgage and learning along the way. That's the beauty of house hacking. It's a learn-as-you-go adventure. Now that we've kicked that myth to the curb, let's tackle the next one, shall we? Myth number 4, you need a lot of money to start house hacking. Think you need a fortune to start house hacking? Think again. It's a common misconception that you need a hefty bank balance to get into house hacking. But let's debunk this, shall we? There are numerous financing options available, especially for first-time buyers. FHA loans, for example, can get you started with as little as 3.5% down. And here's a kicker. Did you know that some house hackers have even begun with no money down? Yes, it's possible. Take the case of Mike. He leveraged a VA loan, a fantastic option for veterans, and got into his first property with zero down. He rented out parts of his property and lived in one section, essentially living for free while building equity. So don't let the myth of needing a lot of cash up front stop you. The real question is, are you ready to explore creative financing? Now, are you beginning to see how achievable house hacking can be? Great, because we're just getting started. Let's dive into the next myth that might be clouding your judgment. Myth number 3, house hacking is too time-consuming. Think house hacking is a time black hole? Let's bust this myth right now. It's a common fear that being a landlord or managing a property will eat up all your free time. But here's the reality. With the right systems and tools, house hacking can be surprisingly manageable. Consider Lisa, who started house hacking her triplex. She was worried about time management initially, but guess what? She streamlined her processes using online property management tools, automating things like rent collection and maintenance requests. This tech-savvy approach drastically reduced her hands-on time. And remember, you can always consider hiring a property manager if your budget allows. So, does house hacking still seem like a daunting time commitment? Keep an open mind as we move on to debunk our next myth. You might be surprised at what you'll learn next. Myth number 2, house hacking compromises your privacy. Now let's dive into a concern that hits close to home. Literally, the privacy myth. Many of you might think, if I house hack, I'll have tenants right in my personal space and there goes my privacy. But let's flip that script. House hacking doesn't necessarily mean sharing your living room with your tenants. It's all about how you structure it. Imagine Danny's scenario. He bought a fourplex, living in one unit while renting out the others. Each unit had its own entrance, ensuring privacy for him and his tenants. Moreover, setting clear boundaries and rules from the start can maintain a respectful and comfortable environment for everyone. So, are you starting to see how house hacking can respect your privacy? Great. Now hold on to your seats because we're about to reveal the #1 house hacking myth. This is the big one, and you definitely don't want to miss it. Myth number 1, house hacking doesn't offer real financial benefits. Here we are at the pinnacle of our myth-busting journey, the big financial misconception. Some of you might be thinking, does house hacking really offer tangible financial benefits, or is it all just hype? Time to set the record straight. House hacking is not just a trend, it's a strategic approach to real estate that can lead to significant financial gains. Let's break it down with an example. Emily and Josh bought a duplex. They lived in one unit and rented out the other. Not only did their tenants' rent cover their mortgage, but they also gained tax advantages, property appreciation, and equity buildup. Within a few years, the couple used the equity from their first property to invest in a second one, accelerating their wealth-building journey. The numbers don't lie. The financial benefits of house hacking can be substantial. Now, do you see how house hacking can transform your financial future? It's not just a savvy move, it's a game changer. As we reach the end of our myth-busting journey, it's clear that house hacking is more than just a buzzword. It's a viable path to financial freedom. But before you go, take a moment to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on notifications. Why? Because you won't want to miss the valuable content we have lined up just for you. And remember, there's a wealth of information waiting for you right below this video. We've carefully curated a selection of resources, including financial and investing courses, free guides, and comprehensive blueprints, all designed to turbocharge your real estate investing success. Make sure to check them out in the description below. Thanks for sticking with us till the end. Whether you're a first-time viewer or a long-time subscriber, your journey to mastering house hacking starts here. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep hacking your way to financial independence.